What's happening, everybody? We welcome you back to another episode of San Diego Prep Insider, and I can tell you something, man. There's a certain kind of vibe from the 6 minutes that we've spent pre-show with the guys in this room right now. It's the Helix Highlanders? Scotties? Do I get you guys mad if I say one or the other? Or are they kind of like this is a square is a rectangle type thing? All right, sweet, fair enough. The undefeated Helix Scotties, as I might add. Let's start here just by introducing ourselves, left to right. Name, grade, and position, please.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Savayanaya. I'm a senior, and I play D-tackle and left guard.
My name is Jair Savayanaya. I'm also a senior, and I play linebacker.
My name is Jordan Gash, and I'm also a senior, and I play defensive end and tight end.
My name is Don Larcina. I'm a senior. I play right guard and nose guard.
My name is Kyle Kahananui. I'm also a senior, and I play linebacker.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Anthony Gash. I'm also a senior, and I play left tackle and D-end.
So if you've ever wondered, hey, that highlight, that looked great. Rylan Jesse had 6 minutes to throw the ball. Of course he found somebody open. Or, hey, Kevin Allen's great at juking people. And then you go, oh, it's because the first person that he has to face is a safety or something like that down in the secondary. It's because, and we'll pan again here to camera one, it's because of these goons, these boys up front blocking. So thank you very much, guys. It's nice to have the linemen in here. Thank you for being here. How does 5-0 at bye week feel? If you had to give yourselves a grade 0 to 100, how's the team doing this year?
I'd say probably like an A-. You know, we still got work to do, but it does feel good to
But you are happy with it.
Oh, happy. Yeah, I'm happy for sure. Yeah, A- because, you know, we got past the hard part of our schedule, but it does feel good to have a bye week. You know, it was much needed because it's been some hard few weeks, but yeah, we got through it. And I'm happy with it. Yep.
Just to piggyback what you were saying. I mean, it does feel good, you know, being undefeated. I mean, like we had like a decent hard schedule, and you know, our team, like we played our hearts out, and you know. And we still, like I said, this is just a half of our season, so we still got more games. Still have more games to go. So it just feels great.
Yeah, kind of like what he said. It just feels great just being undefeated, but we have to humble ourselves. Like our coach always tells us that just taking these wins in, but like just make sure that we just focus on the game that week, and just every week we take it week by week, and yeah.
Oh yeah, like looking at our season so far, 5-0, it feels great, but going into our bye week, we can't settle down. Like we gotta keep the same mentality and go into our league and on these upcoming next 5 games.
Because a lot of people will give you guys and Granite as like a must-watch game, but then kind of like give the rest of that sort of a write-off of like, oh, whatever, you don't have that tough of a league schedule, but you guys get everybody's best shot is kind of what the vibe is yes, some of those teams are not number 6 ranked in the state. It's just the reality of the Grossmont League right now. But what is it like, though, when every single week I feel like everyone's like, all right, if we've got one game left to win this year, we are going to give Helix our best shot. And I mean, people come at you with everything they've got every single week. So it's just it's a little bit easier part of the schedule, but it's also a bunch of trap games every single week.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, so our coach, like literally every single year, he always tells us when we're in league, like when we play these teams, it's like their championship pretty much. And, you know, going into these games, you can't take it lightly because you never know. Like, they could surprise us. But, you know, got to go into each week, you know, the same mentality each week.
Yeah, just going off of what he's saying, like we can't take these guys lightly, right? And we can't play down to their level. And we just got to keep on doing our level, stay on our level. And stuff
and
like that
seems like that's not necessarily the easiest thing in the world to do,
is
maintain that, hey, for 5 weeks we were in the Honor Bowl and we were playing Madison and whatnot. Hey, look, we're all friends here. We're all friends here.
All love.
But, like, you guys are full tilt, like, playing up to national-type games, and then you have to be like, okay, we can't take 2 drives off even. Like where does that come from? How do you guys have that motivation, that mentality? What drives you guys?
To be honest, you know, our coach every week we do like red ball period, if you guys know what it is. But you know, we're going like good on good each period. And to be honest, that's what preps us to like, go full each and every game.
I get the prep side of it, but I'm asking maybe more like the motivation side. Like how do you guys have that kind of fire to, because some teams just can't play 14 weeks of football at full tilt and not take a week or two off.
Yeah, like kind of like to piggyback off that question, it's just like we're seniors now and like we have no other years left. Like this is our last year and we really have to, we didn't finish it last year. Like we had a bye week last year in playoffs and we ended up losing. And that can't happen this year. And that really just pushes us because it's also our last year and we got to make the best of it.
And you guys learned that from the previous seniors, and that's kind of what's passed down is like senior year is game time. Like you've got to go 100% for everybody around.
Sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Jared just said it all. I mean, like last year, I mean, it was short for us. It was a short season. I mean, we lost in first round of playoffs. So, that's like another way for us to like be motivated and just going to practice like every day, like knowing that like this could be our last practice or our last like week. When playoff starts, I mean, hey, like that's like win or go home. So we'll even be more motivated because like I mean like man, like last year like really lost in the first round of playoffs.
So last year's, to ask the unpleasant question, last year's loss is largely what sticks in all of your memories, and like you guys are angry from that one.
Oh
yeah. Most of our seniors, like we have like we're senior heavy, so like we are senior heavy,
and I feel like kind of senior heavy in a class that has been pretty experienced on varsity for a couple of years now.
We've been most of us have been together since like freshman, sophomore year on varsity.
Yeah.
I mean, we have footage of, and this is from the previous administration, so I don't know what the spillover is in terms of if DiMaggio's going to get mad if I quote Robbie Owens, but like from day one, I remember when the pandemic was still going on and we were trying to do kind of like, hey, like what's going to be football when we come back? Coach Owens was saying like, I've got a freshman class coming in right now with Rylan Jesse at the helm that like, we don't know what they're going to do right out the gate, but they're going to be 4 really good years. Yeah. And so you guys are saying now it's senior year. You've been together for a minute. So the goals are set at CIF championship, at state championship, because Helix is kind of one of the all-time blue blood programs. So maybe take people inside the mentality of like, yeah, we spend all season working, but we spend all season working with this kind of level of goals in mind.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, like, our goal for like our coach been saying this since freshman year, like, we were trying to like win state. Our coach always tells us like, go win state. But, our running back coach, man, he always says state or bust. So, he says that every day at practice, man. If we like start like.
But says it with love?
No, yeah. Okay. He says it with love. He says it with love. Yeah, we know it too, man. We know it too. But, I mean, our goal is just to make it to state. But like I said, it's not going to be easy. We're definitely gonna put like, and plus like we have like a lot of two-way guys, so we definitely have to like be more conditioned because we have less players, so we have to be more conditioned, more physical, and so just like I said, our goal is to make it state, but we'll just take it game by game, and and just let time tell.
You talk about the physical conditioning. So then this seems like there might be 2 questions here.
Yeah.
What's the oof? Is that because of like one specific thing coming to mind where you're like, oh my God, coach did that to us and that was a death?
Well, man, I mean, Monday practices are always scary.
All Monday practices.
All Monday practices. Always just scary going in.
So this begs a follow-up question. What do you know about Monday practices? Is it just like a mystery bag of like you just know it's going to be death, but you're waiting to see what coach's mood is when you show up, or it's
we usually wait for that mood of our coach, but we always know.
So you guys get a win, but DiMaggio had a long weekend. Kids and the wife were bugging him.
He never takes a lot on us.
You're coming out there like, oh, coach, don't do it to us.
Like Mondays are gassers. We always
just gassers.
There's
no specific like Helix secret conditioning thing that you guys do. It's just work harder, run faster.
No, there's sometimes we call loafs. Okay. So we do those gassers, but then sometimes we'll just do loafs on top of that.
What are loafs?
Loafs. So our coach will be like. He'll yell out, okay, you guys got to go 5, 10, right hand. And if we mess up, like if we touch with our left hand or we fall off start, like we got to keep doing it over and over again. He just keeps adding and stacking,
just to piggyback.
But it's mostly gassers. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
Just to piggyback what Jarvis said about like, how Mondays are, not even that. It's just when we do our like, it's called Jason Van's warm ups, which are like, every practice is like it's just fast tempo, like going non-speeding, like just keep on going. Yeah, and it's like it's probably like one of the most tiring warm-ups right there.
And to be honest, like the warm-ups, it sometimes be harder than like the actual practice speed. It like because like warm-ups, we're just going nonstop.
Well,
like,
when you actually slow down to do play install and you're trying to learn the walkthrough of something like that, you're like sucking down that oxygen real quick.
Yeah,
okay, so Mondays are brutal and whatnot. Was it also the off season as well? Like I'm assuming this kind of do most of you guys do multi-sports or does this start winter?
I mean, well, I can say like for me, like I do track and field. I do shot put and discus, but yeah.
Well, like our off season, like we start pretty early. Most of the other schools don't start like we do. We train with Jason Van like every day, so it's like we're kind of getting into that season condition early from the start than most teams do.
So we talked then about at the beginning, you guys are the people that are blocking. You're the ones that actually deserve the thanks and the appreciation. But then let's also shine a light on how much it hurts to be you, like physically all the time. Like linemen have what hurting at this point in the season? Is it just the shoulders? Is it the back, the knees, the hips, the everything? Is it more? Do I have to ask you guys what doesn't hurt?
Shoot, I mean, to be honest, what doesn't hurt? I mean, I'm glad my knees don't hurt. That's a good thing.
Because people don't necessarily understand that the inside the box is like in the trenches is a real actual fight. Like people like you just have body parts flying into you in all directions in a way that you're like, yeah, I'm bleeding. I don't know from what, but yeah. I'm like, there's more blood. So like, what is the wear and tear at this point in the season for linemen and linebackers?
I say like shoulder. My shoulders, it'd be every single week. I just be getting like random pains in my shoulder. I'm like, all right, bro. Just gotta push through it. Yeah,
for me, it gotta be like my knees or like my like just calves, everything in the lower body, because you get hit a lot in the legs. You don't even know what's coming. So like,
well, that's what I'm saying. You just like we had a clip go out of at the beginning of the season on our Instagram of Madison's O-line, and I know, haha, whatever. You guys laugh at that, but no, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was them versus Modern Day, and I was watching the one guy of David bashing the guy, but then the more I realized, the left tackle also just throws the guy to the ground. The right tackle's shaking a guy. Like you kind of realize, oh man, every snap is low key, just like legalized, like a bar fight. Yeah, like you guys are just sort of like yes. So what do people maybe not realize about like by the end of a game, you're just begging for like, get this dude off me. Like I wanted nothing to do with this. Like what are some of the things that by the end of a game people don't realize? Like, yeah, that one running back took a hit. That was like, oh, wow, but I've taken 60 snaps of this madness. What's that like?
Yeah, it's like, I mean.
What are you more physically tired, or are you more like tired of being hit and scratched and kicked by the end?
I think a lot of the pain during the game you can't really like feel, because like your adrenaline is always it's just always just pumping and pumping, but literally like after the games, like that's when it starts to like while you're down a little bit. And I feel like just like
the bus ride back home.
Yeah, just that bus ride back home.
That's where you're going.
Shower.
What happened to my right quad?
Yeah, the shower.
Like, why does it hurt like this?
You start limping after the game. Like, oh man,
how did this happen?
Okay, so it's not necessarily like middle of the fourth quarter. You're like, all right, we've run 70 plays. I'm a little tired. It's as you are starting to eat your burrito after the game.
Yeah, for real.
You're like,
that's
why?
You start to feel every
You're
cramp.
like, why is there just blood leaking from my back? What happened? How did that? Specific reaction to the burrito. Is there a post game spot that you guys like to go crush?
Okay,
I've hit the gold mine here. Hit me with it.
Most of us, Cerritos, Spring Valley, California. Cerritos.
Is there a specific burrito there that if you were like had to put, this is the Helix O-line burrito, or like what's the order there?
I mean, there's not a specific, but like
you don't have a ritual where it's like gotta have this one on game.
I say
day?
carne asada is like the main one for like the whole line. Yeah, it's carne asada.
California or just carne asada?
Carne asada.
Okay.
Another one I'll say is probably like Cane's, because like usually after our games, I'm pretty sure every one of us like all hit the spot at Cane's near CNT. So like,
what's the order?
A whole caniac combo, and I at least got to get like 8 toasts. I be grubbing on them toasts. Yeah.
Because people don't understand, you got to refuel also to maintain a certain kind of, a certain kind of next levelness. what's the better feeling then? Talking about the skill guys, we'll give them their love, and we'll go back to camera number 1. Kevin Allen III, fantastic football player, tons of yards. He gets a little bit more street cred because he also plays defense, so I guess he's kind of tough and whatever.
Yeah,
but Rylan Jesse, career quarterback, has he taken a snap on defense?
No.
Nah. Coach, our
Do we
coach
want
would
to
never.
see him take a snap on defense by the end of the year?
Shoot.
Does he need to toughen up a little bit? Do we need just
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe
safety?
Yeah.
See, I was more thinking we can put him on a corner, but like not the one that's going to get thrown on, because safety feels like if the play gets loose, you're going to try and see him tackle someone. So, but okay, I like that.
Yeah.
So, Rylan, we need one play at safety. Look, they're both great football players. They're both offensive-minded, though, and we have to talk about them. You're going to want to go watch them. Great, amazing highlights. But what is the better feeling for you guys as an offensive line? Watching Kevin start to scamper away, and you're like, oh, he opened up a huge hole for him.
Okay, yeah.
Or seeing the ball go flying out of Jesse's hand, and you guys look down, and you're like, oh, we gave him so much time. That guy is so wide open. What's the better feeling?
Honestly,
Yes, I hope so. Finally.
honestly, those are two good feelings. But
There's got to be one that's and I'm not saying pick your favorite child and whatnot, but like one of those has to be a little bit more rewarding.
I love Rylan. But hey, when just opening up those holes and just seeing Kevin go all the way down, it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
like yes sir.
No, yeah. No, Loki, like, I have to agree with him, man. Because, like, I mean, usually that'd be like the lineman work. Because, like, for him to make the hole, and I mean, in order for him to like, run the ball, go through the hole.
I think that both require a certain kind of art form. Pass blocking might not be as like actively engaged and physical, but for you specific at the left tackle spot, like that's a certain kind of art form that makes people millions of dollars. Is just that ability to slide to your left and make sure that no one gets around you.
I think for Rylan, like whenever he throws that ball and when you give that protection for him, and we just
I know which one he prefers. He prefers the pass protection because he likes throwing the ball. Because everyone likes their own numbers. I'm asking which one's more rewarding for you guys, knowing a successful run block, we executed that, or just being like, man, we gave him so much time. Or do you have to, on the pass protection, do you sometimes have to go back and watch the film to realize just how clean of a pocket it was?
I think when we watch film, we see how
you guys
long
get a little proud of your work sometimes.
How long he has in
the pocket. Do you ever just stop
sometime?
and admire it and go, Coach, pause that right there?
I just be
There's
like,
not a man within 5 feet of our quarterback.
yeah, like every play, I'm like, dang, we really give him like 5 seconds to throw the ball. And when he does make the play, it's like, oh yeah,
Throw the ball out.
I have to agree. Yeah, because pass protection.
This is a debate that not a single person out there knew that they needed, but they need now.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like Loki, like when you for us linemen, when we pass block, it's like we can like miss a block, and then if Riley can scramble or whatever, and then he can just get out the pocket, just throw that, throw it to Jackson.
He's got enough athleticism to not be a statue back there.
Yeah. But we do give him time though. Like we do. Yeah, we give him time. We give him time. But when Kevin runs that ball, that's mostly for us linemen making that hole. Actually pass ball you can kind of lay easy on it just a little bit. If you're cool with the player you're going against. If you're cool with the player you're going against. But for run blocking, you're gonna have to be more aggressive, and
there's no way to politely give that sort of look of dude, we gotta run a 27 trap, and I gotta sorry, I have to blast you in the next Tuesday.
I know,
versus I get what you're saying, the unspoken bond of dude, it's the middle of the third and we're up 40. You don't need to do the swim move and punch me in the side of the head.
For sure.
Yeah.
So,
Are there defensive linemen though that just don't get that memo? That you're just like, why are you still going so hard?
Yeah, I'm like, bro, it'd be the score be up, and I'm just like, bro, it's all right. You can just chill out a little bit. And
is it
there's
people inside San Diego are cooler than people outside San Diego, or is it the flip of that?
Honestly, it's the ones in San Diego. It's like, all right, hey, bro, come on, we gonna meet after this. Just chill out, chill out.
Yeah, a little chair match. Little
Yeah.
in the
for
parking
sure.
lot, set up a cage match.
they just don't
figure this
stop.
out. Nothing polite and friendly about it. Okay, so looking at the second half of the season, you guys are going to give me a bunch of cliches about we take it one game at a time. We're looking for a championship. So, all right, fine. I don't need to answer that. I don't need to ask that. We don't need to go down that road. I will ask that, though, as seniors. Yes, everybody here. Yes, all seniors. Okay, this is a bit of a loaded question, and I get it, but what's left to accomplish in your time here, and what do you want the legacy of this senior class to be? Either individual legacies or just as a group. What's the impact you guys want to leave behind?
I can start off. Honestly, the legacy I want to leave behind is to just, show how hardworking like our team is, and pretty much to show like anyone that wants to come to Helix, like this is the bar that you got to set, or this is how hard you got to work to get where you want to be, like open, state, wherever you want to be. Yeah, that's all. Just hard work.
Just respected.
Respected. Yeah.
I think another one, like as a team, like we want to be like, we want to win state, but also like do it undefeated. We haven't done it since like 2001. Yeah, Coach Zamaja's year. So like, I want to be like that second team to ever do it and win state too. So like, it's a big dream for like all of us.
And
It's an open question to everybody.
Honestly, I feel like the legacy that I want to leave is just like Helix is it's different from all these other schools. Like, just the mentality that you come into the school, it's just a different feeling. Like when we came in as freshmen, I already knew because my older brothers also went there. He was also a linebacker, Eddie Famile, and it's just that mentality.
It seems to be a family thing a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
There will always be a Noah.
At
some point, always.
Yeah, his dad is still my coach and his coach too, and just having that legacy and mentality, just going into Helix, you just know that like you're at that school where you gotta just be.
Well, and it does seem different because yes, you can say that all right, they do it because they like being loved and whatnot, but I don't think Alex Smith and Reggie Bush necessarily have any like reason to show up on a Friday night, but they do. And it seems like
They
there's
showed up our second game.
yeah, he was up there and it was timing and whatnot, and I don't think he did it because he needed the thrill of like, oh my God, I need all these kids to come fawn over me and want to take photos. I think he did it because it was something that genuinely, Alex valued it when he did it, and it mattered to him, and so it matters to him still. And you see when you go there on a Friday night, generate like more than a lot of other schools. You're like, those are alumni from the 80s. Those are alumni from the 90s. Those are alumni from the 2000s with Davaji. Those are alumni from 5 years ago. And you're like, I don't see that necessarily at any other school. No matter how many other schools want to really call themselves like true football schools, how many generations of Carlsbad people are there right now? They're a recent thing. Like there's some of this where it's like, okay, there's not that many blue bloods. So it's cool to see that is soaked in with you guys and that it matters the same as it does to some of those other classes. What was Alex Smith like?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I still got our pictures with it. I still got pictures with it. Yeah.
Oh no, and I wasn't saying that like that's not part of the interaction because that's part of the interaction. But it didn't seem like he was there blasting out on his social.
No, yeah.
Gotta give back to the kids and.
No, he actually gave us a motivational like speech before our game, like before we walked out. And
did he just show you a photo of his leg and he's like, if I can come back from this?
No, yeah.
What was that? Can you tell me anything from that speech, or is that like breaking the Helix trust?
I mean, honestly, like with him, like with the like his like speech, I mean, it just like, I mean, it wasn't like say like he wasn't like over like exaggerating like trying to like feel highly of himself like like I say like the example like if we call it, I don't know it doesn't matter but
he's not there being just talking about himself talking self-promotion talking he's not there to stroke his own ego.
No, yeah, he was just like telling us like the legacy and like how amazing it is just to be here at Helix. Because I mean, Helix is such a wonderful school. I mean, like we like the coaches that we have, man. Shout out to the coaches, man. They are the best coaches, man. Like I'm speechless, man. I just like there's so much love, for all our coaches, and like all of us know like they love us. I mean, they definitely like put like a lot of work to us and like they like go hard on us, but they know they do it out of love and they actually like.
Well, they do it the right way. It sounds like.
No, yeah,
more than anything, because you can say a lot of coaches put in a lot of time, and you can be disrespectful sometimes by saying, well, our coach puts in a lot of time. A lot of coaches put in a lot of time. But not all of them do it in exactly the right way that resonates on your level in a way that kids can understand and can soak in and say, oh, he's not just yelling at us, like he's yelling for us. He's yelling with us. He's growing us up and whatnot. Also, can I just say, on a completely from a serious note down to a not serious note, these kids are camera ready, man. The intern has been wearing them out, asking for the ball to be thrown the entire interview, and they haven't been phased once. They've just been throwing the ball politely, just off camera. Then they've been delivering perfect lines and not phased by it. It is amazing. You guys probably all have careers in broadcasting. Should you want them.
Nah, we just
So, can she be an honorary Scotty for the rest of it? All right, definitely. Honorary Scotty. On that note, guys, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
a great season. Thank you for being here. What game is senior night? What's the... She knows when interviews are almost over. What game is... Do we have one that like we're specifically saying to people if you can come check out one Helix game, the rest... The Granite game, right?
Granite for sure.
Definitely.
That's at Helix or at Granite?
That's at Granite.
He's at Granite.
Fans going to travel okay for you guys, or do we need to call them out?
Yeah, you can call them out.
Always a gentle reminder to the student base at
yeah.
Helix that the season doesn't start for the playoffs. It starts beforehand.
Starts
Can't take all
beforehand.
these games off. Go travel to Granite. It's like, what, 10 minutes away?
Yeah.
Something like that?
yeah.
10 minutes
15
away,
minutes
something
away.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, plenty of parking. The bleachers are scary and rickety, and so maybe just stand on the side of them. But yeah, go enjoy a game there. Talk to you guys soon.